Hold up, Pi Network fam. We've got a game changer in the Pi Network world, and it's something you've all been waiting for. If you've been wondering why you haven't been migrated yet, despite doing everything right, you're not alone. The frustration, confusion, and questions have been piling up, and I know many of you are feeling like you're left in the dark. But guess what? Today we've got answers, real answers from the Pi Core team themselves, and trust me, this is big. Finally, we're getting some much-needed clarity about the migration process and what's been holding things up. So, let me ask you this. What do you think the main reason is for so many people not being migrated? Is it something we missed, or was it an issue on the core team's end? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't already, make sure to check out my previous videos for the latest updates on Pi Network developments. You'll find the links in the description, and hey, while you're at it, let's get some energy in the comments. Drop Pi Network to the moon, along with your country name. Let's see where all our Pi pioneers are tuning in from. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can stay on top of all the Pi Network news and updates. Your support is everything. Quick disclaimer, this video is purely for entertainment purposes, and it's not financial or investment advice in any way. With that said, let's get started, and let's get into the heart of the issue. The Pi Network migration process, why it's taking longer than expected, and what the Pi Core team has finally shared with us about it. You've all been asking, why haven't I been migrated yet? I did everything right, what's going on? And trust me, I get it. The frustration is real, and the confusion has definitely been building over the past few weeks. It felt like things were moving slowly, and honestly, people started to wonder if the migration was even going to happen at all. But after a lot of silence and waiting, the Pi Core team has finally spoken up, and they've given us answers. This update isn't just about hearing the truth, though. It's about getting a glimpse into the behind-the-scenes work that's been happening to ensure the migration process is secure, efficient, and done right. So let's break this down and really understand what's been happening. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Pi Network updates, you already know that one of the biggest issues holding up the migration process has been the reliance on phone numbers for account verification. In theory, phone numbers were an easy way to verify users and make sure each account was unique. But as we all know, things don't always go according to plan. The Pi Network's initial approach to SMS-based phone number verification turned out to be problematic. And if you've ever had trouble receiving a verification code on your phone, you know exactly how frustrating this can be. Why was this a big issue? Well, think about it. Pi Network has users spread across the entire globe, and with such a wide geographical spread, the SMS system became incredibly unreliable. Different countries have different rules when it comes to SMS, and some regions had issues with receiving the messages at all. And that's not even considering the technical issues some users face with their mobile service providers, or if they've changed their phone numbers since they initially signed up for Pi. The reality is, relying solely on phone numbers just wasn't going to be enough to make the migration process smooth for everyone. So, what did the core team decide to do about this? They realized that they needed to implement a more reliable and secure way of verifying accounts before migration could happen. That's when they made the decision to move away from phone numbers and adopt email-based verification. Email addresses, unlike phone numbers, are more stable across different regions, and they can be checked more thoroughly to ensure that everything is in order. But that's not all. The migration wasn't just about linking an email to an account, it's about ensuring that every single account is verified and secure before being moved over to the main net. That's a huge job, and it's one that took a lot longer than expected. But the core team wanted to make sure that no one was left behind and that every account was ready to be migrated safely. So they made sure that each email address was verified with two-factor authentication, 2FA. Meaning users needed to confirm their identity through an additional layer of security. This extra layer of security is really important, especially as we transition to the mainnet. With the mainnet launch, Pi Network is no longer just a test network, it's a real, fully operational blockchain. And to make sure no one's account is compromised or left vulnerable, every user has to go through a 2FA process. This process is designed to prevent fraud, ensure that only the account owner has control of their Pi coins, and protect the entire network from attacks. But what does all this mean for you, the Pi Network community? Well, here's where things start to get interesting. The Pi Core team isn't just sitting on their hands and waiting for the process to happen, they're actively working to make sure that the migration is as smooth and secure as possible for every single user. And now that the email-based verification system is in place, we're seeing the migration process ramp up. That's right. If you've been waiting in the migration queue, there's a good chance you'll be moved over to the mainnet sooner than you think. But before we get too excited, let's take a step back and consider the challenges that the core team has faced throughout this process. The transition from testnet to mainnet is no small feat. It's not just about flipping a switch and moving everything over. Pi Network is a large-scale project, and the team is focused on verifying accounts and ensuring security. While it's still in its early stages, the core team's communication shows progress. The migration has taken time due to the global user base, but once you link your email and complete verifications, you'll be closer to the mainnet. It may take a bit more time, but it's worth the wait. So if you haven't already, make sure to link a valid email address to your Pi account. If you've already done that, check that your email is verified and that you've completed the 2FA process. This is the key to ensuring that your migration goes smoothly. And if you're still having trouble, don't worry. The Pi Core team has set up support channels to help users who are experiencing issues. So if you're stuck in the process, make sure to reach out and get the help you need. In the meantime, keep your eyes peeled for updates from the Pi Core team. They've promised that they're going to be ramping up the migration process, and I'll be here to keep you updated on all the latest news. So stay tuned for more videos, and make sure to keep an eye on your Pi Network account to see when your migration happens. But let's not stop here. Now that we know why the migration has been delayed, we can start looking ahead. The mainnet is officially launched, and this is just the beginning. Pi Network has the potential to change the world of cryptocurrency, and we're all part of this incredible journey. It's going to take time to get everything right, but as long as we stay patient and stay informed, we're going to be just fine. The future of Pi Network is looking brighter than ever, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. So there you have it. Pi Network's migration process is officially back on track. The Pi Core team has given us some much-needed clarity on what's been going on, and I'm excited to see where things go from here. It's a great sign that they're finally communicating with us and making sure everything is done right, especially when it comes to account security. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you the latest updates about Pi Network. We're all in this together, and your support means the world. And hey, before you go, I've got a question for you. What's your take on the email-based two-factor authentication system? Do you think it's a step in the right direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you've got any questions or contributions, feel free to drop them in the comment section as well. I love hearing from you all, and we're building an amazing community here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for more Pi Network news.